Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to All for United and welcome to the Player Ratings Show. Once again, I'm joined by Barry. It's not a super sub this time. He's made his second appearance. How are you feeling to be back on the show?
Karthik, crackling a lot again, mate.
Crackling a lot. We'll be having some...
There we go.
We've been having some technical issues today in All for United. It's been a very hectic day, full of guests going missing and microphones not working and internet's not working, Joe. But we're back. We're here for the player ratings. United have won by 3-2 against Sheffield United. It looked like it was going to be a routine win, but it became a little bit tense towards the end with that late goal. But United were in control, managed to get 3 points and keep that title charge alive. Right then, welcome to the player ratings. This is where we go through every player in the starting 11 and give them a rating out of 10, going through their individual performance. So this is very interactive. Make sure you get involved in the comments. Give us your ratings, what you make of their performance. And also, as it says on the screen, we are setting a target of 20 likes for this video. Very easy. There's loads of you in the video right now. Like the video. Let's get going. First one then. Dean Henderson came in for David De Gea. What did you make of that decision, first of all? And what did you make of his performance?
Well, when I saw that he'd come in, I was actually quite looking forward to watching him play. I mean, he'd spent time at Sheffield United where he was brilliant. He talks a good game, does Dean Henderson, so I like his confidence. But on the night, that first goal, as I mentioned earlier, there were some pundits who felt that Maguire could have done better on that. But for me, Henderson should have put his foot through that ball and he should have cleared that ball. So that really was a major problem. I have to say it didn't really affect the rest of his game. He was called on only once towards the end when we were 3-2 ahead. I think we were 3-2 ahead. He pulled off a good save. Yeah. But I think a fairly routine save. On the night, I'll give him 5 out of 10 because of that blunder.
Yeah, comments are going just ahead of you there, and I might stick with yours on this one. I'll go 5 as well because, yeah, it was an error from him, but he recovered pretty well, and as you said, made some very important saves. So Stuart says 6, redeemed himself with a late save. Orange Layers, good friend of mine. Yep, 6 as well from him. So yeah, pretty average performance. I mean, he made an early mistake and made up for it. That's what you can expect from a goalkeeper, and in the end, making a vital save like he did. That's what it takes to be a Manchester United goalkeeper. Fred Woodward's in the comments. It would be good to see a stat with regards to how many goals get conceded from short goal kicks. Interesting. That might be a little...
crackling.
Is that my mic again?
Ooh.
How's that?
Crackling.
Crackling again. Right. We'll try to... Comments, let me know. Is my audio okay? We'll carry on anyway. Aaron Wan-Bissaka then.
Wan-Bissaka I thought was fairly anonymous in this game. I've said it before, going forward, he's non-existent. He pulled off 1 or 2 decent tackles. I really didn't see much of him during the game, and I'll probably get criticized for it, but I don't know, 5 or 6 for him during the game. I'll probably give him a 6. He didn't really make any bad errors, but he did nothing spectacular. And I felt against a team like Sheffield United, he could have pushed forward a lot more. He didn't do that enough. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that, a 6. I thought he is improving going forward in recent weeks, and I thought he contributed a little bit better, sorry. But again, it wasn't amazing, was it? And he didn't do a lot wrong, but he didn't do a lot great. So I think a 6 is fair. Yeah. Comments, let us know. Also, is my audio better now? Because I think the comments are saying it's a little bit
It's coming and going.
Coming and going, right, okay.
It's got this terrible crackling. It might be my reception. I'm not sure.
Right, okay. As long as the comments are all right with it, we should be all right to keep going. Centre-backs then. Well, also comments, get involved with your Wan-Bissaka ratings. Sorry. Stuart, 6. Okay. Seems like we're sort of on the same level there. Victor Lindelof, what did you make of him?
Lindelof, well, that through ball that he put to set up Marcus for the first goal was terrific. I really liked that. But then Sheffield's second goal, I thought he was weak on. You know, he headed the ball into McGoldrick. I thought he could have been a bit stronger with respect to that. And I think that physicality is not the strongest part of his game. I was disappointed with that defending at the set piece. So again, I'm probably going to be harsh. I would have given him probably a 7, but he gets a mark off for that defending. I'll give him a 6 as well.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 6. I think Lindelof's really improved in recent weeks, and a friend of mine put it very well. He looks as if he almost takes 20 to 30 minutes to get involved in the game, especially in the physical duels. It looks like he needs to lose one to then have a good game, and I think you've got to be more switched on there. So I'm going to give him a 6. Comments, let us know. Do you agree with that? What do you give Victor Lindelof? Moving on to his partner, who I thought actually had a good game, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire had a reasonable game. I give Maguire a 7 on the night. He was authoritative. His distribution maybe was not as good as it usually is, but Maguire, having come in for a lot of stick earlier in the season, I think has put in some very decent performances recently, and yeah, give him a 7.
Yeah, I said it on the post-match. We're very quick to give Maguire criticism when sometimes it always isn't always his fault. So when he performs well, we've got to give him credit for that. And I think he did play very well today. I thought because he was better than Lindelof, he does deserve a 7. Strange how me and Barry are giving the same ratings today, but hey, that's what happens. Stuart says Lindelof gets 7. Fred Woodward says he's been impressed with Lindelof's long range and direct passing, as Barry said, to involve in Rashford's goal. He offers another attacking option, but it depends on the striker's runs. Yes, definitely. That's key in playing out from the back. It's not just the capability. It's not just the capability of the centre backs who can play out from the back. It's also from the movement ahead of them. If there's no movement ahead of them, it can't work. I say it all the time when I'm coaching. If one person's on the ball, everyone else has to move. Otherwise, they are not being useful to the team. There has to be movement everywhere. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Maguire 6 as Stuart goes a bit AWOL positionally sometimes. Sometimes, yes, but I didn't think he did that many times today. I thought he played well. Alex Telles.
Yeah, Telles, we saw good and bad from Telles. I think the best contribution of Telles in the game was the tackle that, in fact, Sheffield were awarded a corner, which shouldn't have been a corner, from which they scored, because it came off the player. That was a really timeous interception. He made some good tackles, but to me, he's not great defensively. Karthik, block your ears. I prefer Luke Shaw to him, but he does get forward. He does make some. He does combine reasonably well with Marcus, but looks a bit vulnerable over the high ball. He missed a few headers. 6 out of 10 on the night.
I agree with you. I don't think Telles is great defensively, and I think, I've said it over the last few videos. I love Alex Telles, and I think we can upgrade on Luke Shaw, which is why I was so happy when we signed Alex Telles. But he's not had a great start to his career at United. Even going forward, I think he's been good, but he's not been as good as he can be. And I think, I've said it on the post-match, and I've said it on post-matches before, I think the system isn't his best fit. I think we need to get him playing in a system that has one defensive midfielder or 3 centre-backs so that he has cover when he goes forward. And I think that's not helping him much. I think we need to get the most out of his attacking ability and try to cover for his lack of defensive ones. Whereas it's the opposite with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The reason why we want to sign a right winger is because he's not as good going forward. So why don't we play a system that covers Alex Telles when he's going forward? I think that could be an option. But I'm giving him a 5. I thought he was okay going forward, not great, and at the back he looked a bit vulnerable, as you said. So 5 from me.
Yeah.
Stuart says 6. Fair. No doubt Ollie will start Shaw versus the bigger teams, and Telles against those who will have men behind the ball. Yeah. True. But then you could even argue that maybe Telles would be better against the bigger teams in the way that we want to counter-attack. Maybe Telles could be dangerous there, but then you're gambling on the fact that he then has to defend. So I can understand that. Fred says 6 as well. Going into the midfield then, Nemanja Matic.
Good game from Matic. I was so pleased to see that we didn't start with 2 holding midfielders. And it shows you that one holding midfielder playing well can do a good job. And I thought he protected the back four pretty well. He pitched up on both sides of the pitch. He played a lot of forward balls. I thought he had a very good game tonight. And I'm going to give him an 8 for tonight. I thought he was very good.
Interesting. Yeah, I thought he was one of our better performers today. And as I've said this before as well, it shows what a fit Nemanja Matic does. And he is probably one of our best midfielders on his day. The problem is keeping him fit. You can't keep him fit for that amount of time at that age. So we really need to start replacing him. Yes, he's got 3 years on his contract, but in those 3 years, he's not going to play every week. So we need to start signing someone who can replace him now, whether that's someone externally or whether that's someone from within the club, maybe a James Garner who can come in and play that role. I don't know, but we need to start planning for when Matic isn't available, because he is such a key part of how we want to play, and it's no surprise.
Shall I whisper the name Declan Rice?
Yes, you can say his name because Joe's not here, so Declan Rice can be said. If Joe's in the comments, he's going to rip into you, but that's fine. Declan Rice could be an option. I'm personally not convinced on him, but hey, I'm always willing to give a player a chance, so we'll see. For me, though, Matic, I've given a 7 because my man of the match has to be higher than him, so I've given a 7. Let's see what the comments are saying. Stuart agrees with you, 8. Fred says it helped that their best midfielder, Sander Berg, went off early on, instantly gave our midfield the upper hand. I suppose, but Ampadu did a good job in there as well. Let's not take anything away from him. I thought he played a good game today. His partner then, Paul Pogba.
Yeah, Pogba had a good game tonight. He was forward, he was at the back, he was all over the place, and I thought there were times when he dictated the tempo of a game, which is what I want to see from an influential midfielder. So I enjoyed his contribution tonight. I think that he'll always be divisive. I don't know how much attention we can pay to stuff that's in the media, and that's, it's all been chatted about before. I thought Pogba was very good tonight. I'd give him an 8 as well.
8, okay. I thought Paul Pogba was my man of the match, and I thought we see a lot being said in the media about Paul Pogba, and I thought after that we wouldn't see him play. But I think ever since Raiola came out and spoke about Paul Pogba, we've seen probably one of the best performances we've seen from Paul Pogba. And it's really pleasing. As I think personally, behind the scenes, Ollie has spoken to him and said, if you give me 8 out of 10 performances every week, I will sell you in January or even in the summer, whatever that is. And I think that's motivated him to go and put those performances in. And I think that's why you saw the Instagram post from Pogba, Raiola's comments about January transfer windows. And I think, I'm happy to see Pogba put in these performances. I'm happy that he's going to give 100% until he goes, because as you said, Barry, last week, he's an asset and you want to get your most out of your asset until he has to go. I'll give him an 8 match.
Maybe Ollie said to him, if you don't give me 8 out of 10 performances every week, I'll have you training with the under-18s.
Yeah, that's the flip of that. He could have said that as well.
I would hope that's what he'd say to him.
Well, that means he wouldn't get sold anyway. So either or would work in terms of that. But no, today, for me, man of the match, 8 out of 10. Let's see what the comments think. Stuart says 8 as well. Actually looked like he wants to be there tonight. Yep, some great touches and a good assist.
Yep.
Do you think Pogba meant to pass to Martial for his goal, or was he aiming for it? No, he meant Martial. That was obviously Martial.
He meant to pass to him.
Yeah, easily. He's capable of that pass. So Pogba's inconsistent as usual. Created at times, but kept losing the ball in dangerous areas against better teams with very severely. Well, that's why I don't think he starts on the weekend against Leeds. I don't think he'll start with McTominay and Fred, in my opinion, because of that risk. Because he's not very press resistant. He's more effective when we have time on the ball. So that's Paul Pogba's game. Right, so that's near enough half the team. Before we go forward, everyone who's watching this video, please follow the instruction on your screen. Help us reach 20 likes at the minimum. That is our target for every video now. Easily doable with the amount of people that are in the comments and watching this video right now. So make sure to like the video. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, please head over to youtube.com/allforunited. Watch it on there. Like the video there because it does make a difference. Trust me, it helps us grow. Every like helps us grow. So please do get involved on YouTube/All4United and join us there. Like the video. How are you not feeling guilty looking at that on your screen and not liking the video? Come on, guys. To the front. Oh, well, no, we've still got one more midfielder. Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno, yeah. So, in Fergie's time, we always used to speak about Dennis Irwin being Mr. Consistency and getting 8 out of 10 every game. Well, this is Bruno. The guy's been absolutely phenomenal, and he's hardly had a bad game for United. And what can happen with him is he can go through periods of the game drifting and maybe trying these balls that don't come off. But there's always something. There's something when he gets the ball. There's a buzz of excitement. I find I'm on the edge of my seat because invariably he's going to create something. And this guy's been absolutely magnificent. And if he keeps up these performances, he'll be a chap that we speak about hopefully in years to come as one of our finest midfielders ever. I mean, he's been there for all of, he was bought mid-season, so he's been there for a total of a season. And I mean, the guy's been utterly sublime. And, this game was no exception. I give him his usual 8 out of 10. I don't think there have been many games where he's had less than that. And he's just an amazing asset to the team. I've no doubt he's the first name on the team sheet for every game.
Yeah, Bruno was top class today as usual. I've given him a 7 just because Pogba was my man of the match. And I think the man of the match has to be the highest rated. As you said, the impact he's had on the club has been incredible. Obviously, I wasn't around to see it, but what it feels like is what a lot of people described as the impact that Cantona had when he came. Just that he takes it all on his shoulders and almost carries the team sometimes. I think it's very clear to see that. Sometimes he tries to do it on his own, and he works so hard for the team. And I think Bruno is the embodiment of what Ole wants this Manchester United team to be. Yeah. Hard-working, high quality, high energy, cares about the club, and cares about what he leaves on that field. And Bruno Fernandes will be Manchester United captain soon.
I think he shows more leadership on the pitch than our captain Maguire does. I
have no doubt he'll be captain soon. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. He will be Manchester United captain. I can see that. He's even if he's not, you don't have to be a captain to be a leader, and he is a leader in that team. He's the biggest leader in that team. Yeah. Stuart says 7 out of 10. Odd to see him not score or assist, but played well. Yeah, it was terrible for my fantasy team. But we'll roll with it, Bruno. It's fine. I'll forgive you on that one. Front three then. We'll go with Mason Greenwood first because I thought he was probably the most ineffective of the three.
Yeah. Mason, by his standards, had a poor game tonight. He came in for a bit of harsh treatment. He got kicked a couple of times. Little bit off the boil tonight. 1 or 2 attempts at goal. He did get a good save out of Ramsdale on one occasion, but not a great game by him. Tonight I give Mason maybe a bit harsh, but I give him a 5 tonight. He wasn't good.
Yeah, I have to agree. I thought he did okay in the first half, but as the half went on and as the game went on, I thought he became a bit more ineffective. It's strange. He felt really out of it. But again, as Stuart says, when he gives him the 5, he's only 19. He's going to learn. And he's going to learn how to be more effective. And let's not forget, he's playing out of position. This isn't the position he's going to end up in. He's going to end up as a number 9.
Yeah.
For me, I've given him a 4. I feel harsh, but I think I have given him a 4 because he was very ineffective, and I don't think.
Fair enough. Probably our worst player on the night. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. And I still think that's harsh because I thought he contributed, but he's a bit ineffective. Marcus Rashford.
Marcus was great tonight. Not so good in the opening quarter of the game. He did have his sort of customary one-on-one chance with the keeper, which he fluffed. But Marcus scored 2 cracking goals, and he went on one mazy run during where I thought he'd unleash a shot. And for me, Marcus was man of the match because his goals won us the game. He looked threatening much of the time that he got the ball. Do I give him a 9 as man of the match? I'll probably give him an 8 as well because he wasn't great in the opening part of the game, but nor was anybody. But he took his goals beautifully. And when he runs at pace at defenders, he creates a lot of panic. And that one run of his was absolutely sublime, where I think he put the ball through to either Greenwood or Martial, and it didn't quite come off. But he was terrific tonight. I love watching him come off the left wing. I do think that's the best position for him. It creates a bit of a dilemma because for me, that's the best for Martial as well. But, you know, we need players challenging for both positions. And we have the luxury of those two. But I thought he was terrific tonight. Great performance.
Lovely stuff. I thought Marcus was on course to be man of the match as well. I've given him an 8, but he's just below Pogba. I don't want to start doing decimals, but I've not given it to Pogba. I'm not giving it to Marcus just because I thought Marcus had a poor first 20 to 30 minutes. But as you said, no one had a good first 20, 30 minutes. But I just wanted, I wanted more from him in the first bit of the game, and unfortunately we didn't get that. But 2 fantastic goals. I mean, the second one, Ramsdale probably should save it, but the first one is incredible. I mean, watching it from just not even a coach's perspective, a fan's perspective, that first touch for his goal was incredible. He takes it down, and it was the cushion touch is brilliant, and the finish was even better. That's what he's capable of, and as you said, he caused them problems all night. So yeah, 8 out of 10 from me.
How many great goals are really made up of the first touch? The first touch is so pivotal, and that I agree with you 100%. The first touch on that first goal is what set it up. Was absolutely brilliant. Exactly,
and yeah, fantastic goal as well. Jarvis has just retweeted his show to his 1,265 followers on Twitter. Hope it helps because you guys provide great content. Thank you, Jarvis. That means a lot.
Well done, Jarvis.
Thank you very much. Make sure they all like the video. So everyone who's just joined the stream, if you're joining from Jarvis's tweet, like the video, help us get to 20 likes. That is our target tonight. I'm not sure what we're on now. I will give it a check in a second. But let's get going. 8 out of 10 says Fred Woodward took his goals well and grew in confidence as the game went on. Could have had a hat-trick if Van der Beek played a minute without going backwards. Exactly. Rashi man of the match, 9 out of 10 says Stuart. So, hey, good stuff. Through the middle, Anthony Martial, who I thought had a good game today.
Yeah. We construe his body language. I don't know if we construe it correctly, but he looked far more motivated tonight. When Martial is on song, he is absolutely brilliant. The problem we have is he's not on song often enough. That goal that he took was terrific. I mean, he's got these silky touches that are really lovely to watch when he's involved. So good game tonight. Not as good as Marcus. 7 out of 10 for me. Took his goal well.
Yeah, I agree. 7 out of 10. I thought he improved with his movement today. I thought he seemed a little bit more, whether that's been because of his training with Cavani, I don't know. But he seemed a bit better with his movement, and I thought he really got involved today. And I thought the goal he scored was very important for his confidence. I think that will benefit him going forward. He needed to score today, and he did, and it was a very well-taken goal as well. After a very good ball from Paul Pogba. So yeah, happy days with Martial. I'll go with a 7 out of 10, and that seems to be the agreement here from Stuart, who also says 7. Got a bit lucky, but he needed it. Exactly. Sometimes you get luck on your side, and sometimes you have to go through a bad patch of form to get that luck, and I think that's what Martial's done. He definitely needed that goal. On to the subs then. First one was Juan Mata. What did you make when he came on?
Well, we didn't see very much of him. He did put in, there was a beautiful through ball, I think from Marcus, from the left flank, which he took on his left foot. Had that gone in, we would have really waxed lyrical about a great goal. So that was, probably his best contribution. I think he was on the field for about 20 minutes. I think that's all we're going to see of Mata going forward. He's in the twilight of his career. Can't really rate him. I don't know if we can rate a guy for that amount of time on the field. So he didn't really do anything wrong, but he didn't shine. Do you want a number for him?
Probably not. We'll just give him a 5.
I'll give him 6.
Okay, 6 then. I suppose we'll give the same to Scott McTominay and Donny van der Beek. They didn't really have a lot to do when they came on. I'd say 6 for those two as well. The subs weren't really needed because the game was done by then. McTominay was just a time-wasting sub, so that's fine by us. So standout performers, we've already mentioned it really. Mine was Paul Pogba, yours was Marcus Rashford. And I thought the two players actually combined really well. So there you go. Manager rating?
Thinking about that one actually. Formation, selection, no complaints with respect to that. We can't blame him for the errors that occurred. 7 out of 10. Yeah,
I'd agree. 7, 8 out of 10, because I thought, he didn't do anything wrong today, and we got 3 points. The goals were none of them were to do with system. They were individual errors, and the goals were to do with system. So 8 out of 10 from me for Ollie. Thought you got a spot on today. Looking at the comments, I feel like we do need to have a look at this. Don't forget, we played Sheffield United, bottom of the league, who have not won a single game all season. And so what?
I think when you play the team that's at the bottom of the league, and week after week you have the statistic that they haven't won a game, they're going to win a game sometime. When Man United are in town, it's the cup final for whichever team they're playing. So I expected Sheffield to really be up for this game, and I have to say I was concerned about this game before we played it, because it's kind of a poison chalice always. We gave Istanbul their only victory in Champions League. We gave Arsenal their only bloody victory recently. So these things come to bite you, and I was a bit concerned. And at the end of the day, whether you get 3 points against bottom of the league team or top of the league team, they're 3 points. So good effort, I thought, today overall.
Yeah, same here. We'll close off the show now. So thank you for joining us for the Player Ratings show. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to comment who your man of the match was. Make sure to share the video, and make sure to subscribe, because there's lots of you who watch the video, like it, and don't really subscribe. So make sure to subscribe, because there's a lot more where that came from. Closing thoughts then for today. Thank you for joining us for the All for United match day package once again. And we'll be back for the Leeds game on Sunday. That's going to be a fantastic day. But on tonight, we played well, routine win, and we deserved it. I don't care who we played against. A win is a win in the Premier League. And we're quick to give Ollie the blame when something goes wrong, but when something goes right, we don't tend to put it on Ollie. When it goes right, it's the players. When it goes wrong, it's Ollie. That's not how it works. Ollie got it right today, and we played very well, despite the 2 goals, which were individual errors, so you can't blame him on that. So, whether you like it or not, it's 3 more points to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United. We go above Chelsea, who have spent God knows how much money. We're only 2 points off the high-flying Tottenham Hotspur, who everyone are waxing lyrical about, and we're only 5 points off Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool with a game in hand. So, like it or not, this title chase is on, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in and get ready. United are on the way to win the Premier League, hopefully. Thank you for joining. See you in a bit.